Right. Credit to Jacksonville State. They played really hard. I was also proud of our guys, how hard they fought. We had a chance there in the fourth quarter. We kept fighting and coming back. And then they busted a long run there and kind of changed the game on us. But we'll just keep fighting. We've showed a lot of grit, and we got to find a way to score more points and stop them from scoring. So I don't have any questions at this time.
On the punt return, Coach, what did the referees tell you, and who was the penalty called on?
I don't know who the penalty was called on, and they said that we had catch interference. So we'll look at it on film.
What's the rule? How many yards are you supposed to give the guy to catch? Is there a set amount of space?
The way I understand it's just an arm's length, like that. An arm's length.
And you feel that?
I'm not going to say anything on it, but it's an arm's length. That's what I've been told. That's what we know by. So.
You guys, what was the reaction on the sideline? You guys seemed like it was pretty upsetting.
Yeah, we just needed to. Then they came out and ran a really good play. They ran a counter with the quarterback, faked the toss they've been doing. We kind of got caught up inside, and he made a guy miss and gained some yards on us. That was a big play in the game for sure, missing the tackles on the getting the quarterback on that play.
With the quarterback situation, was just want to make sure Keon wasn't injured. It was just
no, Keon wasn't injured. We just felt like we needed to make a change, and Grayson came in and gave us a spark. So we'll just go back to work again. We'll have a few days off here. We'll get a little bit of a try to recover, get some guys back healthier, and then we'll get back to work.
What was it Keon doing that Grayson did do?
Well, Keon just wasn't in rhythm. He's done really well, and sometimes that happens with a quarterback. And Grayson's played in games, and we felt like that he would if he could get us in rhythm and get the ball out of his hand some, that we would be able to move the football, and we were. And that, especially a young quarterback, I've had to do that before, and he'll bounce back and keep working. And Grayson did a good job when he came in.
Zion Webb, 128 yards. Just what made it so challenging?
Well, he had made that one long run at the end. He made a couple runs early, but that one long run there kind of pulled him away. And it was a good scheme by them. We got caught up inside with one of our backers. He went with the back because they've been tossing to the back. And they pulled the guards, which is hard to see sometimes. So that was a good scheme by them on us, and a good run by him. He's a really good runner. He's really fast. He gets by the first guy. He's hard to walk down. He's a fast quarterback, faster than most.
Kind of looking at the second half, kind of felt like you guys kind of adjusted better to their scheme.
Uh-huh.
Not allowing over 100 yards rushing this time around. Less than 10 passing yards. Just kind of what were those adjustments?
Yeah, we got on our heels a little bit in the first quarter, to say the least, and then we settled in and did well. And so after that, we played pretty well. We gave up again the one run at the end of right before they kicked the field goal at the end of the half there, by the quarterback again. And then in the second half, I thought we did some really good things until that one run.
Yeah, Coach, 5 sacks by the Jacksonville State defense today.
Uh-huh.
Just what did you see from the defensive front line?
Yeah, they've got a good front. They rush well. We were held on the ball a couple times too long, trying to make some plays. Not any they're not any negativity there. And then a few times they just they beat us. They're good passers. They knew we were having to throw it a few times there, and that when you have to throw it, it gives them a little bit more edge to just put their ears back and go.
And one positive for FIU, that 50-yard field goal.
That was great.
By Chase Gabriel, just talk about the trust you have with him in those situations.
Right, we were talking back and forth, and I let the time run down a little bit, trying to give our defense a little bit more rest and that type of thing. So, and then he went out there and booted it through. It was a big kick for him. I was glad to see that, and it was Chase has been kicking it really well, and excited about what he's doing. We had good protection, good snap, good hold.
I know you had mentioned in the last press conference that you guys were kind of trying a combination of getting Grayson out there and also getting, protecting the red shirt. Was there any consideration to go with Hayden going out of the second half?
We decided to go with Grayson. We've gone with Hayden some other times. We decided to go with Grayson. Thought that maybe his ability to run a little bit with what they were doing, it would help us. He was able to scramble around a little bit and make some plays, but we think Hayden can do it too, and we definitely think that Kewan can. It was just, you know how it is. It's like pitchers sometimes, right? If you're just not hot, it's better to sit a second and see it and give someone else a chance.
Kind of felt like the offense really felt a lot more in sync there when Grayson was out there. Would you kind of say that?
Yeah, Grayson got going, hit a big deep throw, and made some plays there, and kind of gave us some momentum, which is what we were hoping would happen.
I guess looking back, you guys also had this kind of situation where you guys went down 21-0 against UTEP. Any similarities, differences looking back at that game?
No, the UTEP game, they hit a couple of passes on us where they just ran by us. I mean, we were in coverage. We didn't bust anything on it. The only one we busted was a bootleg we let go. But those, they ran by us. They hadn't really been doing that. They hadn't been hitting those. And, yeah, we got to make the plays on that. But, you know, this one, they schemed us up a little bit early. They had a couple of good wrinkles they had added of what we were doing. And so Coach DeWitt and them made an adjustment. And you saw it was a good adjustment, and it was working, and we had some momentum there. We played well enough on defense to get us back in the game, and then we didn't finish the game. So, and then the offense got going. So there was a two-quarter spurt there where we really did well, and they had a two-quarter spurt where they did better than we did, basically, is what happened.
Nice to see, I guess, Stephen Shannon get that start today with Pasmore out.
Yes, it was good. Steven's been playing well and playing a lot, and not only did he have to do it on the defense, he had to take Passmore's spot on the punt protection team, which is a big deal. He makes all the calls and does all that. Did a good job with it, and hopefully Jeremy will be back. He should be back for our next game for sure. That much time off.
Coach, a lot of rain showers there in the second half
Yeah.
of tonight's game. Just were there any adjustments made specifically?
We were trying to get the ball dry, try to get it in there some. That hurt us on that. We were moving, and all of a sudden it just came sideways rain, and we fumbled, the snap, and then he went to throw it once, and it came out of his hand. That did hurt us in that one little spurt there. Now we practice in it. We stay out there and practice in that if it's not lightning, and to try to get used to it. But it came down so fast, so quick. It disrupted us a little bit. Yeah, I think it would have disrupted their offense too if they would have been out on offense.
Coach, when Grayson came in there, especially through the big pass and we scored a touchdown, you see Keon sideline celebrating. 18-year-old kid is an emotional sport. He's got lifted. That doesn't always happen.
Right.
What do you think about just his maturity?
Kewan is a phenomenal young man. He cares about the team. He cares about the other quarterbacks. He wants to see us do well. That's not surprising to me because they've been cheering for him when he's in there. And at practice, they do the same thing. They can grab each other in good plays, and so I don't expect anything less out of Kewan on that or the other quarterbacks.
Do you feel the quarterback job is now open?
I don't know about that. I think Kewan's played well in the other games. We thought it was just a lift there, but we'll see. We will definitely keep. We always compete in practice. We'll see how practice goes when we get back because we'll have have 2 weeks before we play the next game.
And also after the slow start, it seemed like you shifted some offensive linemen. And if so, can you tell me a little bit what maybe different personnel that you tried?
Yeah, we put J.D. Lee in some, and then Burke was a little bit banged up, not bad. He was kind of limping a little bit. He's going to be fine, but so we got somebody else in to see if he would be able to take his place and play better, and so we went from there.
Sam Hill?
I don't know. Did Sam Hill get in the game?
I thought I saw him.
I don't. I'm sorry. I don't know.
And then also,
I know that we had J.D. Lee win in the game, and I think that I'm not sure after that.
Coach, also,
Sam, I got in at the
with
end.
The slow start. I mean, in warm-ups, and you've been around the game your whole life. Can you tell that maybe they're in for a slow start? Did you notice anything like that, or that was it?
No, they were geared up and ready to play. I mean, they were chanting and going in the locker room before I ever started talking to them. I mean, they were ready to play. They've been focused. We just let them make a few runs, and we kind of got on our heels on offense, and they did a couple things, and then we fixed it, and here we go. And we're still a relatively young team, especially our offensive line. They're all freshmen and sophomores, every one of them. And so when they do something a little different, they had to get adjusted. They adjusted well, and we started doing some better things. But we did start slow, and they got us a couple runs they had there really hurt us early. And we missed a bunch of tackles. I mean, I think we missed 6 or 7 tackles or 8 tackles on the first 2 drives. So then we started tackling them better. We work on tackling all the time. 5 was shifty. I guess we weren't able to tackle him early, and we got him later.
You know, if you get that punt, I think you're down 11. You're in a situation you get it.
I think it's 27-16, right?
Yeah, if you're down 11, I think, and you're in a situation you get the touchdown, 2-point conversion, you're within a field goal. Do you feel like you get that ball there, you're going to win that football game?
I feel like we had all the momentum then. I mean, all of it, and I definitely think we would have had a great chance to score there, and I think it would have put a lot of pressure on them. Our kids would have been sky high, but they you know, I wouldn't say we would have won the game, but I sure feel like we would have had a great chance to win it, for definitely sure.
Looking back at last season, you guys entered this game 4-4, just like in 2022. Kind of any urgency on your end, or the team's end to kind of flip around?
Oh yeah, we want to do it all we can, and you know, it's a growing process, and our guys keep fighting, and they keep working, and they keep growing, and they keep doing it, so we just gotta, we want to win every one of them, every single one of them. And I hurt for the young man, I hurt for the coaches. We just got to get back and keep fighting and keep. It's a process. You just keep building, you keep building, and we'll eventually get there.
I guess your thoughts on the Sunblazer field?
I thought it was good. I thought Sunblazer Field looked good. Scott Carr and Dan and all them always do an unbelievable job, and I thought it was a good advertisement for us all over the country, and I thought it probably looked really good on television tonight, and I know a lot of the old alumni liked it and are excited about that. So I thought it was a good thing for us, for sure.
Do you have any memories, I guess, as an outsider looking in at the Sunblazer era?
I don't have any memories of the Sunblazers. I'm sorry, I don't. I sure don't.
Coach, as you mentioned, you get a week off for a 2-game road trip to Middle Tennessee and Arkansas. Just how important is this going to be in preparation for that?
It's going to be real important. Our guys have been going hard here, all those Wednesday night games in a row, and all the things we did there. So we'll give them a few days off here and rest, and we'll get back to work next week, and then have a couple more days, and then we'll hit into the game week. So we're excited about it. We have a good finish here, and we got 3 really good teams ahead. We're going to get to play, and our guys will be ready to roll.
Anything else, guys?
All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Coach.